Hello, good morning Year 6 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Now today we are going to be looking and describing at linear sequences, okay? So we're going to be looking to continue a linear sequence, to find the rule and to use the rule to help us find other numbers. But first, as always, let's get our brains warmed up and let's get ready to go. So here, I would like to go to kahoot.it, okay, and have a go at this Kahoot challenge. It's all a revision task, okay? Make sure you have a go and see how you do. Now remember, this is also about getting your brain warmed up. As I mentioned, it doesn't matter if you finish first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, it doesn't matter. What I'm doing with this is to get your mental math skills quick and keep them nice and fresh in your mind and to warm you up, ready for the maths lesson ahead. So go and have a go at this and see how you get on. Okay then. Now today we're going to be looking at the linear number sequences. We'll be hearing the nth term and linear sequence. Well, what is a linear sequence first of all? Well, this is a linear sequence. 5, 8, 11, 14, okay? And it's linear because it goes up by the same amount, or it could go down by the same amount, okay? So linear sequence goes up or down by the same amount. Okay, you can see here, this is going up from 5 to 8, that's in 3, another 3, another 3. It's going in jumps of 3. But what about the nth term? Well, the nth term is used to describe a formula to find any number in a sequence like this, okay? So the nth term could be any number in here. So this would be the first term, the second term, the third term, the fourth term. The nth term could be used to describe the 50th term, the 100th term, the 1000th term, okay? Basically, the 1000th number in this sequence. Now then, let's try and find the pattern and the rule, okay, for this number sequence. So to find the nth term, to find the formula, okay, I've got to see what I'm jumping up in. So I'm going from 5 to 8 to 11 to 14. So I'm going up in 3, then another 3, then another 3. So I can now write at the bottom, down here, okay, my 3 times table, because that's what I'm going up in, okay? So I'm going to write underneath my 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12. Because I'm going up in 3s, okay, like I would do my 3 times table. So I can instantly say here that this is going to be 3n, okay? 3n, it's going up in 3s, okay? And then what is the relationship between 3 and 5? What do I need to do to get to 3 to 5? I need to add 2. 6 to 8, add 2. Oh, 9 to 11, add 2. And of course 12 to 14, add 2. So therefore the formula, okay, the nth term for this sequence here is 3n plus 2. That means 3 times what number term it is plus 2. So 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay? The second term would be 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. And I keep going. Now, I'm here going, well, Mr. Drummond, but why? Why do I need to do this? Well, the nth term is useful to find out numbers later in a sequence. Imagine if I said to you, okay, can you please find out the 100th term of this sequence, the 100th number? You'd have to go, okay, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23. And by the time you got to the 100th term, you would have written out so many numbers and hopefully you would have got them all right as well. Whereas if I've got this formula, I can quickly find out any number in this sequence. For example, okay, we've just worked out that this sequence here is 3n plus 2, okay? That's the nth term, that's a rule for this sequence, 3n plus 2. Okay, this is the first term, the second term, basically the second number, the third term, the third number, the fourth term, the fourth number. So what would be the 100th term? The 100th number in this sequence? Well, I would just have to put 100 as the n, the 100th number. Therefore, 3n plus 2. If n is equal to 100, it's the 100th number, it would be 3 times 100, add 2. Now we know bod maths, multiplication comes before addition. So 3 times 100 is 300, plus 2. Probably put those in there. So 300 plus 2 is 302. That means that the 100th number in this sequence will be 302. Okay then, let's have a look at another one here. let's see if we can remember what we need to do. So I've got my series of number here, another number sequence, okay? A linear number sequence. 4, 9, 14, ooh, shouldn't be 24 there, okay? There should be, that one there should be 19, okay? 4, 9, 14, 19. So my question is, what is the gap between each of these numbers? What am I going up in? Of course, I'm going up in fives. So underneath I can write my 5 times table. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I already know it's the nth term. I'm just going to write that there. The nth term is equal to 5n. 5 times a number, okay? And then 5 to 4, what do I need to do? I need to go down 1. 10 to 9, I need to go down 1. 15 to 14, go down 1. And 20 to 19, go down 1. So therefore, the term, the nth term, the formula for this is 5n minus 1, okay? So I times 5 by whatever number in the sequence, and then I take away 1, and that will give me the term. So what would the 50th number in this sequence be? Well, so the 50th term into 5n minus 1, that's going to be 5 times, well, 50, because it's a 50th number I'm looking for. Take away 1. That will go to 5 times 50. Well, 5 times 5 is 25. So 5 times 50 is 250. Minus 1, which equals 249. So the 50th number in this sequence, if I carried it on to the 50th number, would be 249. Let's have one more go here. I've definitely put the right numbers in now, okay? So here I've got 54, 58, 62, 66. What am I jumping in to get to each number? 54 to 58, 58 to 62. Of course, I'm going up in 4s, so I'm going to write my 4 times table underneath. Okay, and I now know it's going to be 4n. Okay, because I'm going up in 4s. I wrote down my 4 times table. I've got 4n. But it doesn't stop there. 4 to 54. What? How do I get there? 8 to 58. 12 to 62. What do I do? Of course, I'm going to be adding 50. So my nth term, okay, and the formula for this is 4n plus 50, okay, the nth term. I can now use this formula to find the 50th number in this number sequence. So, to find the 50th term, the 50th number in this sequence is going to be 4n plus 50. Well, if n is equal to 50, because it's the 50th number I'm finding out, it's going to go to 4 times 50, add 50. Again, put my brackets in there to just tidy it up a little bit, even though you might know BODMAS. So I'm going to do 4 times 50 first. 4 times 5 is 20, so 4 times 50 is 200. And then add my 50 at the end, which equals to 250. So that means that the 50th number in this number sequence will be 250, okay? And I'm answering both of my questions there. There's the nth term, and this is what the 50th number in this sequence will be. Right then, we could also do it with decimal places, okay? 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. What is the nth term? Pause the video and have a go at this. See if you can solve this, okay? Are you ready? Well, let's go through. What am I going up in? How am I going up? Well, from 2 to 2.5, I'm going up 0.5. Then I'm going up another 0.5. So I'm going up in halves, okay? So I'm going to write out my 0.5 times 2, okay? So it's going to be 0.5m. And then how do I get from 0.5 to 2? 1 to 2.5. 1.5 to 3, 2 to 3.5. I'm going to be adding 1.5. Okay, that's how I would get that, add 1.5. So here, okay, one of the ways that you could look at this would be 0.5 n plus 1.5. That's the nth term, okay? So, how would I find the 50th number. The 50th number in this sequence. The 50th term. How would I go about that one? Well, I put my 50th term into my formula. So it's going to be 0.5 times by 50 plus 1.5. Brackets around there because that's what I'll be doing first, okay? I can now do 0.5 times 50. A half times 50, well that's just halving, okay? So that's going to go to 25, add 1.5. So the 50th number in this sequence will be 26.5. And there it is, solved and ready to go, okay? So this is finding the nth term, and then this is finding whatever term you are asked to find. So remember, find out what you are going up or even down in sometimes, okay? But that's a slightly different lesson. Okay, find out what you're going up in, write out that multiplication table, that finds you your n, what you're multiplying by, and then are you adding or taking away, what is the relationship between these two numbers then, okay? Now, a slightly different question, but a similar type one, is this. Double the number and add 3, write down the first 4 numbers. Now, this is in your work today, okay? It's very straightforward, it's just what we've been doing. Double the number and add 3. Well, double the number, I'm timesing by 2. So I'm going to write this down into a formula, okay? So double the number, so that's 2 times a number. Double the number, 2 times n, okay? And then add 3. There we go. There is my rule. That is my nth term. It is as simple as that. Double the number, add 3. Write down the first 4 numbers. Well, the first number 1, term 1, I'll even make it into a little table. The second number, the third number, and the fourth number. So the first number 1, term 1 in my sort of sequence that's going to be going here, 2n plus 3. So let me write that out, 2n plus 3. This is the first number, so it's going to go to 2 times 1, add 3, which is going to equal 2 times 1 is 2, add 3, 5. Okay. Second number, 2n plus 3, so it's now going to be 2 times 2, so it's the second number. 2 times 2 is 4, add 3 is 7. Third number, 2 times 3 is 6, add 3 is 9. And then 2 times 4, for my fourth number, 2 times 4 is 8, add 3 is indeed 11. 5, 7, 9, 11. The next number, you could keep going and going and going, okay? So this is really, really useful finding out any number in a linear sequence, okay, in a linear pattern. Now then, all of this, what I've just covered now, is all in your work. You've all got your worksheets, okay? So answer the questions, okay? Remember, if you want to mark them yourself, you're more than welcome to, but if you send me your answers, you will get 1 dojo and I will mark them for you. So you don't have to mark them, and you get a dojo. Sounds win-win to me. Answers will be sent at the end of the day, otherwise if you want to mark them yourself. There are activities on Study Ladder, go and have a go at those, and we'll be doing more of this in our morning Skype sessions. So thank you very much, Year 6. I will look forward to speaking to you very soon.